So we are at the point where we're going to do a couple things before we move to breakout rooms. On your table are these handouts that have a QR code, and this is the conference survey. So I'm going to pause for a minute. If everyone could, on your phone, go ahead and use that. You might need to pass it down. Okay, it's also in the WhatsApp group. And it's short. You can easily do it on your phone. I did it on my phone. If you're having like technical problems, raise your hand and we'll come help you so we make sure. And we'll also put it online for our virtual attendees.
Are the virtual attendees also in the WhatsApp group? Because I don't have the ability. The link is way too long to type all of it in.
I'll text it to you.
So, or can we email it to the virtual attendees?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. While you are completing that, we have a couple of kind of quick announcements. If you're doing interviews, we've moved the interview room to the lobby for this afternoon. So if you have signed up to meet with the videographer, it's just right in front of registration. You really can't miss it. The other thing is we do have some extra conference bags, and there's a lot of brochures on the table to learn about CACNA 1A. Last year, I took extras and I put like one of each brochure and I gave them to Emma's doctors. And so that was like, if you have doctors that you think would be helpful to them, we encourage you to bring them the brochures. If they are going to keep track of it better because you hand them this nice bag, feel free to take that. It's always helpful to give people that. And if you have like a eye doctor that sees little kids, you might want to take a few of the eye ones, because we would love to have more patients who are having early eye developmental disorders put CACNA 1A on their radar. So all that will be out there. So right after this, I have a few words of thanks, but then there will be 2 breakouts. So there's one staying in this room, which is focused on special education. And then the vocational rehabilitation is focused on assisting people with disabilities, moving towards gainful employment. And some of that is also around what we talked about in the session earlier around helping transition into adulthood. So if you have a teenager or a young adult, that would be a great session as well. And special education is, of course, a little bit more school-aged. So I didn't remember where that one is. Russell. So straight across. Okay, after that is the second round of breakout rooms. And these are really more that kind of support groups. So in the same Russell room will be adults with CACNA 1A, parents and caregivers. In the Hive, which is where the blood draws were by the front desk, where you did check in, is our youth support group. So for people with anyone 14 to 20, okay? 14 and up, thank you. In the Chesapeake room are grandparents and extended relatives. There are so many grandparents and extended relatives here, and we're so grateful for you. And as someone who is surrounded by a lot of very helpful family members, I can honestly say, like, we can't do it without you. So thank you. And you get your own support group. And then in the Annapolis room is the hemiplegic migraines, developmental and epileptic encephalopathy. See, I say this all the time and I can't say it. Yes, thank you. DEE group. And then later tonight is the family dinner and dance party at 6. Yes?
Have those both for the video they're putting together, but just so we have family portraits that we can share as part of our materials. And we can share those portraits with you too, so that you can use them for whatever personal use you want. So let's make time for that.
Okay, wonderful. So I would love to close mostly with thank yous. We have, of course, Lisa and Sunitha, our fearless leaders who devote not just like full-time jobs, but this is their life, 24 hours a day is CACNA 1A. And so we're sitting here because of them. So thank you. And we also have, Lynn is in the back. I think.
I want to say Emily says CACNA 1A 24/7.
Yes, Emily is correct. CACNA 1A 24/7. Lynn joined our team 3.5 months ago as our new Director of Development, and she, I know, has loved meeting all of you, and you will be hearing from her, and she is a huge new member of our team. And then, of course, Peng Kong, who, of course she did. But it is amazing to have a scientific director who's also a mom of a CACTA1A patient. I mean, you really can't, it's like the stars aligned for us. So a huge thank you. And she did so much work yesterday to do the clinical assessments, the blood draws. There was a little bit of craziness. And so please thank her. So thank you very much for our team because you have worked really, really, really hard. Also, of course, most of our clinicians and researchers have left, but we have many of our presenters here today. So thank you for sharing your expertise and really for loving our community. It's been really clear from all the presenters that our stories are impactful and there are really great people there. Of course, we talked about some who had suboptimal experiences with, but there are even more clinicians and researchers and doctors who are doing great things. And we're lucky to have them. So thank you for being here today. And then finally, a huge thank you to all of you. It is exciting to see how much this community has grown. I connected with the foundation right after Emma was diagnosed, which was right after they were founded. And so it is amazing to see so many of you like I've talked to online or I've, recognized your names, to see you in person, to see you again from Texas. And so we are grateful that it is really hard to travel with kids with special needs. And so we are very grateful that you have come to Washington, D.C. to be with us, to connect with other families, to be so generous with your time and your stories. It's hard sometimes when you just are overwhelmed to break out of that survival mode, but it is really the best thing to help you too. So even though it feels overwhelming, when you connect with others, that actually gives you more energy to do the work. So thank you everyone for being here, and we are excited to spend the rest of the evening with you today and for the future. Thank you.